So y'all can see right here, there's no reserve park. As I zoom down past that blue truck, y'all can see reserve written on the ground right there. All the way down to where the other truck is. So with that said, what's going on, everybody? So last night they tried to Armstrong us, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. So let me show you. As you can see, my truck is parked in a lot beside this guy, and then these trucks are moved already. Well, none of these trucks say reserve. None of them say reserve. Do y'all see reserve on the ground anywhere? But when you get down to right here, there's reserve all the way down. Okay, so we're walking past the reserve. Walking past the reserve. Walking past the reserve. Walking past the reserve, and it goes all the way down to that end right there is all reserve. So let me turn around and I'll tell you the rest of the story. And I'm gonna walk back here, and as you see my truck over there with the other truck and that drop trailer, there's no reserve. The reserve stops right here. And this is clear space right here. So I'm gonna get back in my truck and explain. So what had happened around 11 or 12 o'clock, I wake up thinking I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming somebody knocking at the door. I heard it again. I'm woke, but I'm thinking I'm still dreaming. Then I heard it again. Oh my God, they about to tear my truck up. What the heck? I open the door, and there's a lady and a guy standing out there. And I'm like, okay, so I can tell they wasn't from there. It was like Indian people. So it was the people that own this TA truck stop right here. It's a TA Express, but it's not really a TA. You know, they kind of like trying to run it like a TA, but it's not a TA. It's a small gas station that they changed to a little TA Express. So anyway, I said, yeah, can I help y'all? They said, you got to move. I said, what? Now remind you, I done been here about 10 hours. 7, 8 hours, maybe 10. Me and the other guy and a couple of other trucks. They said, you got to move. You're in the paid park. I said, paid park? Where's the paid park at? I ain't see no signs in here when you come in. There's no sign for paid park. Of course, when you're a truck driver, you know reserve, you got to pay. I said, well, I see reserve all the way down there, but from here, from the first truck here, I'm the second coming from that way, there's no reserve. There's no reserve on the ground. So what are y'all talking about? They go on and on and on. Sir, you got to leave. I said, first of all, I can't leave because I'm on E-laws. I've been here for, what, 7 to 8 hours, maybe 10. And y'all asked me to move. So the other guy got out his truck. He's talking to him. I'm talking to him. So I say, okay, let me get my clothes on, which I had my shorts on, my top on, but I wanted to put my pants on and shoes, and I'll be inside. So when I go inside, I talk to another guy that works there. I don't know if he's the owner. He's the owner or he just, but anyway, he said, I told him they out here waking these drivers up trying to make them pay. And me and the other guy discussed, they trying to make a side hustle. Now by this time I go in there, he done been in there and paid. He said he just don't want no trouble. He don't want them bothering him no more. But I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to fight my ground. So I go in there and he was like, no, are you in the reserve? I said, no, I'm not in reserve. On the ground, there's no reserve. And he was like, oh, you okay? You okay? I said, well, then by this time, I seen the lady and the guy, they inside. I said, well, they tried to make me pay. They said, no, they should not try to make you pay. I said, they waking up all the drivers, trying to make them pay, because what happened was they ran out of reserve spot and people was trying to get reserve spots. So they was trying to make the people that's not in reserve spot move, so they can rent these spots out. So they try to make side hustle money, because you ain't supposed to charge for this spot that I'm in and other spots that don't have reserve. So he was like, sir, I'm sorry, have a good night, go back to sleep and everything. I said, well, I appreciate it. So you're not gonna get over on me like that. You know, I know my rights, you know. So like I said, they ran short on reserve. People was trying to get reserve spots, and they ran short, and they figure they're gonna wake the people that's not in reserve spots and wake them up, make them leave. Now they can sell all these other spots, which is an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more spots. They trying to make money. So y'all do not like some of these places armstrong you when you know your rights, because they would try to get over you, and it's the workers sometimes trying to make that extra money. So be careful out there. Be careful at these truck stops. Know your rights. You know, if they tell you got to move and they don't say reserve or pay spot, or they got a sign that say all drivers pay, you and your rights to stay there. So that's another clue, hint for y'all new drivers. Us old school drivers know that. OG drivers know that. We ain't taking no mess from some of these places. So anyway, we will see y'all on the next one.